From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, he's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets it going again.
Yeah, Boog, he needs to find his rhythm out there and just simplify his mindset in the box. I know it's easier said than done, but you just got to see the ball, hit the ball.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And the starter for Toronto, Jose Barrios. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Fall off foul. The 0-1. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one carrying, and it's into the bullpen for a homer. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Here's Shohei Ohtani, and he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Here comes the 0-1. Barrios, a former Gold Glove winner, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Here's the 0-2. On a bounce right side, Clement gets it to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. It features a great veteran presence, Teoscar Hernandez.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Next to the dish is Freddie. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Tap back up the middle. Throws to first in time. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. 2 outs, base is empty. Muncy digs in. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Varsho settles under it, and that'll do it. Looking back at the solo blast that led off the game. It's now 1-0. You're watching Dodgers baseball on The Show LA. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, number 70. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
George Springer leading things off and takes a strike.
Curveball. Low middle. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Right through there for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Slider. Low inside.
Man at second. Got him swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Now at the plate, Alejandro Kirk.
Slider. Middle center. Sinker.
One out and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Freeman takes it to the bag. That's it out.
Batting fourth, center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Varsho needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Fastball almost got him there.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
On the ground. Rojas with the throw to first. That ends the inning. One left for Toronto. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back now in Toronto. Second inning set to go. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
In there at the knees. And it's 0-1. This one smoked on its way out of here. Mookie Betts with a towering shot. Third home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Ball one to the right fielder.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
The 1-0. Hard ground ball, base knock. Back-to-back hits, and they were hit hard.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it, get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
At the plate, Andy Pajes. This to third, hot shot, and he can't knock it down.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
First and second, no outs. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. Gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Foul ball there. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Picks himself up at RBI. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
The batter now will be Will Smith. He's already homered in this game. Check swing. He went. That's strike one. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Rojas coming home. He'll score easily. It's 4-zip.
Well done. Drives in the run. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So runner at second, 2 down. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Shohei Ohtani goes deep. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. That's all for Jose Barrios, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Number 62 gets handed the rock out of the pen. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's Freddie Freeman now. Playing in the World Series north of the border was certainly special for Freddie Freeman. His dad, Fred, hails from Windsor, Ontario. His mom, Rosemary. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He was all over that one. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So 2 down. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a miss.
Ball inside.
Man on second, 2 down. Gets him to chase after that one. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Man at second. Inside, almost got him. Muncy hits one in the air. Springer on the move. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. This is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Back here at Rogers Center. And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake. This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Challenge from behind the dish here, so the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Slider, middle center. Slider, middle center.
Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Check swing called strike.
Sinker.
That's strike 2.
Low outside.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Low outside.
And it looks like he wants to go through the signs again.
Middle inside.
In the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. 2 away.
Batting 7th, designated hitter, Davis.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Cutter. Low middle.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times. So I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Low middle.
In for a strike. 0-2.
Sinker. Low outside.
Two down, nobody on. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside. Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he strikes out the side here in the second. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Betts, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They've got to be happy with the 6 runs they've thrown on the board. That's usually enough offense to win you the game, so they just have to keep doing what they're doing.
And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Quick move to first, and Betts dives back. Mookie on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Flying around third is Betts. He will score, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Andy Pajas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball.
Man at second.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Move to second. Tucker dives back in. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal of third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw very well. So you got to take that back. Get your team that much closer to scoring a run.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Upstairs. 3-2 now.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Well, Boog, he came in today on a major slide, but he's found his mojo again. Looks much more comfortable at the dish.
Runners on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Now they tag him for the out, and wow, either someone missed the sign completely, or he just tried to steal home.
Wow, things got pretty exciting right there. I'm not sure if that was a straight steal of home or if the batter missed a sign for a squeeze or something, but man, that turns out pretty ugly. You're just 90 feet away from putting another run on the board. So those outs on the bases can hurt, but man, they really hurt when you're that close to another run.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious.
And that is that. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Jays nothing. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show LA. Back now in Toronto. Set for the bottom of the 3rd.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the
Middle
deficit
outside.
and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound
fastball.
work to get you
High
out.
middle.
Miles Straw leading
Four-seam
things
fastball.
off and takes a
High
strike.
middle.
This one lifted in the air, left field. One down. Next to hit, Leo Jimenez.
Shortstop, Leo Jimenez.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
On the ground to third, Muncy. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer, the next to hit.
Four-seam
Double
fastball.
the lead off the bottom
Low
of the first.
outside.
Ball one.
Curveball. Low middle. Slider. Middle inside.
Two down, nobody on. Right side.
Just
and that's
foul.
just foul.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's
Ball
off the
two.
inside corner. Ball two.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Vladimir
Four-seam
Guerrero
fastball.
Jr. now
Middle inside.
struck out swinging his first time. Fastball for a strike at
Four-seam
95.
fastball. High inside.
Outside
Ball, no.
low. Ball
Four-seam
one.
fastball. High outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Slider. Low inside.
Here's a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays held in check. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here at Rogers
Leading off
Center,
for the
this
Dodgers,
offense has
catcher,
lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Smith
Ball
up
one.
for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can't forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
For the Dodgers,
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Freddie
1 for
Freeman.
2.
part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
On the ground to first. Guerrero takes it himself, and he's out.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now an 8-0 game. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
Low inside.
Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays, and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
Fits? Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one way inside.
Cutter. High inside.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Ripped into right field, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise, he put a great swing on it.
Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Makes the catch. 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Four-seam
One
fastball.
out man at first. Here's the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Okamoto goes 6'1", 220 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of
Four-seam
power
fastball.
if you want to put the
Low
ball in
middle.
play with any authority.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Out towards right center field. 2 away now.
Up next for the
And
Blue
here's a
Jays,
look at how he's
second
using his pitches in
baseman,
this one.
Ernie Clement.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Fly to left his first time.
Curveball. Low middle.
Clearly, it didn't come out of his hand the right
Four-seam
way. Left
fastball.
that curveball
High
way
middle.
out.
And the 1-0. That one missed.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And
No,
there's a ball.
that's the ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right
Four-seam
here.
fastball. High middle.
Swings through that.
Four-seam fastball.
Leads off first
High
with 2 down
inside.
to the inning. Up the middle. Slides for the stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. Still 8-0. All set for the
Leading
start of the
off for the
inning.
Dodgers,
And at the plate for the
shortstop,
Dodgers, Mookie Betts. That one fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
Backed
one.
off the plate that time.
Ball, no.
Two and one now. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Strong takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
So up next, Kyle Tucker. A swing and a soft liner. He hauls it in, 2 away.
For the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Pajes.
2 outs, base is empty. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. This one in the air, right field. Springer racing after it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. Up the middle, Clement. Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto.
Leading off
Now it's the
for
Toronto
Jays,
designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Davis Schneider.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left
And next for
fielder,
Toronto, Miles Straw. Fly to left his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Outside.
First pitch just misses.
Sinker. Low middle.
High.
Curveball. Low inside.
Ripped, but it curls foul. The
Slider.
Blue Jays with
Middle
a lot
inside.
of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Cutter. High inside.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 1-2. And that skips into
Four-seam
there.
fastball. High inside.
That
Ball
one
3.
way inside.
Four-seam fastball.
Ninth pitch of
Low
the at-bat
inside.
due next. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this
Four-seam
at-bat so
fastball.
far, and these two
Middle
are
inside.
going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Strong wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. 2 down, bases empty. Stepping in, Leo Jimenez. Grounded out his first time.
Curveball. Low middle.
Ball.
Cutter. High middle.
The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Right through there for a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Sinker. Low outside.
Ground ball right side. Rojas tosses to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Still nothing on the scoreboard for them after 5. This is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. Teoscar Hernandez digs in now.
Well, he's been slumping at the plate and still looking for his first hit today, Boog. Let's see if he can find some green grass out there.
In the air, left side. Straw under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Should have a few more chances, but that hit streak is walking a fine line now. Miguel Rojas will hit next. On the ground to the left. Throw to first in time.
Up next.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Foul ball. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-2 now. Ball one there. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Inside, backs him off again. Swings and misses. That K is his third of the game. Dodgers go down quietly as it remains an 8-0 game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Right fielder, George Springer.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And he'll step off and take the
Four-seam
signs
fastball.
again.
Low inside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Springer leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, these Jays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Inside. Sinker. Middle outside.
Close, but called a ball.
Four-seam
and
fastball.
the count even 1-1.
Low inside.
Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Laddie Jr. stepping to the dish now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power. Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Fastball. High outside.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Number 70 done for the night, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Brusdar Graterol gets the ball now. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Slider. Middle outside.
That clips the corner.
Slider. Low outside.
On the ground, could be 2. One at second. On to Freddie. Double play.
Hey, they played the matchup right there. Worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Base is empty
Cutter.
after the double
High
play.
middle.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. And first offering is fouled off.
Sinker. Low inside.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Slider. Low outside.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Sinker. Low outside.
That
No.
one just misses.
Really
Cutter.
good take, especially with
High
2
outside.
strikes.
In the air, left field. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Blue
back.
Jays.
We're in the 7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the mound.
54,
Brendan Little. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's Ohtani.
Leading off for the
Struck
Dodgers,
out on just
the
3
designated
pitches
hitter,
last time.
Shohei Ohtani.
Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Ball.
Little in his 2nd season, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop, 3rd strike.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Activity in the bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Got him looking. 2 gone.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else,
Up
anything
next,
but the
for the
breaking
Dodgers,
ball.
third
It's a great
baseman,
pitch to hit right there if you're
Max
looking
Muncy.
for it, and kind of a gift in a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Muncy
Ball.
in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side. Welcome back. Taking a
Leading
look at our
off
game
for the
summary.
Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Varsho leading things off and takes a strike.
Sinker.
Well, don't expect too many more high
outside.
fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Sinker. Low outside.
And the 0-2. That one missed.
Sinker. Low middle.
Fouled off. And they'll do it again.
Slider. Middle inside.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. A solo shot. That's a special one. 100 career homers. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 8-1. Siggy, that's a special one. His 100th career home run.
Man, 100 career homers. Pretty impressive. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Now the third
Four-seam
baseman,
fastball.
Kazuma
High
Okamoto.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Sinker. Low inside.
Tap foul at the plate.
Cutter.
Nobody on,
High outside.
nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swings through it for the K. And that's the first out. Nice
Up next
recovery
for
after
the
giving
Blue
up the homer.
Jays,
Oh, you got to be
second
pretty
baseman,
quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to.
Four-seam
I
fastball.
mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
And that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Digging
Sinker.
in, David Snyder.
David Snyder.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Slider. Low outside.
And it's quickly 0-2.
Four-seam
The
fastball.
designated
Low
hitter.
inside.
Right through there. Got him. 2 down.
Up
No,
next
just couldn't
for
pull the trigger
Blue
on the
Jays,
fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Cutter. High middle.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. Toronto picks up one on this homer. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Shortstop Mookie Betts.
This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they boost their lead. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. The great pitchers are able to tease the outside part of the zone with the breaking ball. That means that it looks like it's going to be a strike, but finishes off the plate. Well, that one finished on the outer half, but caught just too much of the plate and hit for a home run.
So digging in, Kyle Tucker. There's a swing and a drive. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The 0-1. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 150th career homer. And they add a run. It's 10-1. Singy, that's his 150th career home run.
Man, Boog, 150 trips around the bases. That's a lot. Congrats to him. I tell you what, that's a lot of trotting. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brendan Little is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Tommy Nance.
45.
Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Ripped to short. Slings to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. And a foul ball. Two runs across in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. This ball's chopped on the ground. Jimenez. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. And just like that, the ice cracks. Maybe he'll finally ditch the parka. One down. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Now quick throw to first.
He's in there. He's safe.
Back on a dive. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Man at second.
Ball one.
Check swing, and he went. Going to count 1 and 2. Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
So back to the top of the order. Will Smith to the plate. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add on. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
So 2 down. Next is the Dodger DH, Shohei Ohtani.
That's the ball.
The 1-0. And he hits a ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next,
We've all
for
seen the
Dodgers,
defensive shift
first
make a
baseman,
big difference in
Freeman.
defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Here is Freddie Freeman, and that is out of play. This one popped up. Kirk under it. And that is that. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Blue Jays 1. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show LA. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 8th. Leo Jimenez getting ready to hit.
Slider. Middle outside.
And that's down and away.
4-seam fastball. High middle. Cutter. High middle.
The 1-0.
No, that's the ball.
4-seam fastball. High middle. Sinker. Low middle.
Roll fires. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
4-seam fastball. Low middle. Sinker. Low inside.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
Back to the top of the order now, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Cutter. High middle.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Off the batter's eye. Gone. George Springer takes it deep. His first homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Right through there for a strike.
Slider.
One out, bases
Low
empty,
outside.
and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 2.
Slider. Low outside. Slider. Low outside.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And he went around. Ruled a swing.
Catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Cutter. Low middle. Cutter. Low middle.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Out to short, Betts. Gets him easily, ends the inning. It's a beautiful Springer dinger here. Through 8 full, this is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Back now in Toronto. Well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
Muncy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The rope into right, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Now it's Mookie Betts. And a big swing and a miss. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tommy Nance departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
The new pitcher in the game, Braden Fisher.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Base is empty after the double play. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're still way out in front. 12-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Sinker. Low middle.
Check swing called strike.
Sinker.
And that's strike 1.
Low in.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Brusdar Graterol gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Edwin Diaz. This is his third time out this year.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Here comes the 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Four-seam fastball.
Multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a two-seamer.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball.
Two-seam fastball. Low outside.
That misses the zone. Ball two.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Two. Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto.
And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of
Four-seam
a fight
fastball.
in this one.
Middle outside.
Right.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Climb the ladder with that fastball, and it's 0-2.
Two-seam fastball. Low inside.
Just missed.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for
Four-seam
whatever
fastball.
reasons, he let it go
High
by.
middle.
He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
No question about this one. It's out of here. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
No, that's outside.
Slider. Low outside.
Up the middle. Betts whips it to first. Blue Jays have just
Up
one
next
out
for
left
the
here.
Blue Jays, designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
2 down, bases empty. And now Davis Schneider.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last
Four-seam
time.
fastball.
Let's see if he can be a little
High
more
inside.
aggressive right here. Not what he's looking for there in the
4-seam
0-0 count.
fastball.
Looks like he
Middle
wants the ball
outside.
down in the zone.
They're down to their final strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or
Two-seam
agreed with the
fastball.
umpire's calls,
Low
but at this
outside.
point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Four-seam
2
fastball.
down, bases empty,
Low
but
outside.
1 run across here in the last half of inning number 9. That
Ball
one
1.
misses. It's a ball and 2
Two-seam
strikes.
fastball. High inside.
Got him. Ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
And your final, 12-3. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.